Okay, everyone. Today, well, I mentioned the other day that I was going to replace the laces that came in the rock can roll boots. So I figured I'd show you the way that I replace laces lots of times. I use Paracord. Um, I bought this on AliExpress, some 7-strand 550 Paracord. You can get it on Amazon, eBay, so on and so forth. I've bought 8-strand before. I bought some thinner ones that I've used with some dressier type boots. But it's not all I use for shoelaces, but I tend to like Paracord. You get a lot of options of colors. There's a lot of choices. Create, whatever style you want, and you can change it in and out, and it's pretty cheap. It's quite durable. I've used it as work boots, and I've used to work receiving and was quite tough on my boots, but I found that the Paracord held up. I've never had a pair of Paracord shoelaces fail on me. They've always worked great and held up, and they're easy to wash, easy to clean, easy to care for, easy to put in and out, and easy to create the size and length that you want. So, what do you need to do this? You need some scissors or a razor blade, your choice. Some sort of lighter or candle flame, something like that. You need the shoelaces you'll be replacing for length. I like to have a little bit longer shoelaces than normal, so you'll see me cut them probably about a foot longer than these, or at least 8 inches. That's just personal preference, and the ones that came with the boots are a little short for my preference. I like to lace them all the way up. Some people don't. Some people might even like longer laces to completely tie around. That's up to you. And then the Paracord, which, like I said, this is 7-strand 550 Paracord. I bought this bunch. This is about how much you get off AliExpress when you buy I believe it's 50 meters. Maybe it's 25. I'm not really sure. I don't remember. I bought it quite a few years ago and just started in a shoebox. I bought quite a few different colors just so that I had some options. And, well, these boots, I'm going to use them around the house and stuff, so I want something sort of muted with them. So I've chose this color, which is kind of a tan, brownish color. And, well, let's get into making it. You'll see on the original laces, there's some aglets here. These are the small metal ends that were added to the laces. You can buy those and put them on yourself if you want. I don't really do that. I have before, but I just don't really prefer them. I find that the laces look fine as long as you do a pretty good job with the Paracord and you burn the ends correctly, and then kind of do the motion that I'm doing here, which is sort of just rubbing it out the Paracord end once it's hot, because it'll just be, it's all plastic essentially, it's all nylon, it'll just melt pretty easily. So let's get started and make quick work of this. I'm going to need two pieces, 2 laces, because obviously a pair of boots. So I have one here, so I'll unwind this and get that all set and undo my Paracord here. Okay, now I can just line up the ends. Just keep going until they're about the same length. And then, like I said, if you want longer, you want shorter, it's your choice. You make what you want. That'll be fine. I'm just going to add about that much to them. Maybe a little more. Like I said, I like them longer, and I like them laced all the way up. So, okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut that. Cut's pretty easy as long as you have sharp scissors or a sharp razor blade. Now don't play with it, because you'll notice the little strings start to come out. They're just what makes up the Paracord, and when they say 7-strand. So don't play with it, because that outer layer of the color is sort of the outer sheath. So then, line them up, do the same thing. That way you have the same length. Then cut it again. Now, let me just get this out of the way here. We'll save those. I'll use them in a different pair, something that's a little more suiting for the color and everything. I just keep them in a box in my basement, and works out fine. I've been able to grab things for my wife's shoes, for my shoes, and just make things pop a little more than what they come from the store sometimes. Okay, this end, originally on the paracord, you can see is burnt. It's kind of hard to tell, but there we go. We'll get that to zoom in. It's just a little bit crusty to the feel. You can tell. It's enough that you can get it through the holes for lacing purposes. It works out great, but it'll keep that from unraveling, and that's fine. So now we go down to the other end. And while you're doing that, actually, a good thing to do is take that outer sheath and kind of run it through your fingers, and kind of like you're stretching that outer sheath down to the other end. So that way, you're not dealing with those white fibers sticking out too much. Every once in a while, sometimes you just want to give it an extra little cut, just so we got it there. Got a little frayed there. Just trim that up. There we go. Now I'm just rounding it out, then hitting it with the flame, and just kind of twirl it in it a little. And then once you've done that, it's going to take your fingers and run them down. And then I do it again, just to be sure. You don't want it to catch fire if it does that. And you go to pinch it off, then it'll be pretty hot, and the nylon will stick to your fingers. I've burnt myself a few times doing it. I mean, sometimes it's nice to have a little ball of water or a bowl of water handy or something. Sometimes a wet rag is enough. Obviously be safe with fire, because fire, but you're not using much, and you're just doing it quickly, so you're not lighting it like a candle wick. You're just holding it around it, making sure that you've got the sheath and the little strands sort of in the sheath. Then give it a quick light. You're just kind of melting it some. See, there, I got burnt. Got a little bit stuck to my finger there, and that'll happen. It just comes right off then. It's just a light burn, nothing you got to worry about. But sometimes it's good to lick your fingers, kind of just get that set. That one's good. It doesn't need a second burn. That one's good and tight there. And I'll pinch and drag that sheath down to the other side again. Now that one, see, there's quite a bit of white sticking out on that. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a little snip again. That was a terrible job. So let me clean that up. There we go. That's better. Now we round that out again. Something like that. And hit it with the flame. Then go ahead and pinch that off a little. It's a little crusty for my liking, so you can hit it again and just reform that. There we go. Now you've got a nice end. It won't unravel. It'll just go in the boot just fine, and right in the eyelets, and that'll be that. And that's it for this video today. You can get all the kinds of different colors. I have some boots that I wear to football games. I put my found some colors that match my favorite team, and that worked out fine. And they're super durable and super easy to clean, so when they get all muddy and everything, it's not a problem. So thank you very much, and have a good day.